Steve! Oh my goodness! Holy sh!
Well, welcome back to the channel, folks. What I got going on this week, I'm going drag racing. Not earth-shattering to most people, but believe it or not, I'm in my early 50s, and I've been in the car culture, all of my adult life, and I've never been drag racing. Honestly, it never really interested me that much. Let's see, I've done demolition derby, I've done tough truck racing, I've done mud racing, and even the mud racing I really didn't care. Around here in southern Iowa and a little further north in central Iowa, there's a style of mud racing. It's down and you do a 180-degree turn and you come back. That's the stuff I liked to do. I just didn't like the straight line, and that was it. Didn't interest me at all, even though I did it a few times. But anyway, I've also done some autocross a couple years ago. Really liked that, but I'll be honest, I sucked at it. You don't have to be good at something to enjoy it. Did some rallycross at the same time. Really like that, even more so than the autocross. Both of those with my '69 Mustang. And those of you that know me know that I've, really like going out playing four-wheel drives. So I did the Top Truck Challenge, Four Wheeler Magazine's Top Truck Challenge in 2007 and 2012. But yeah, never done any drag racing. This weekend over in Eddyvile Raceway Park, it's a little over an hour from here, it's a big Mustang show, and it's not just a show. They're having drag racing, they're having autocross, a burnout contest, and an exhaust sound contest. I figure I'm going to do all four. What the hell? I didn't really get a chance to do diddly squat with my Mustang that summer, so I just got my Mustang out a couple days ago, had it here in the shop yesterday, went through it all, everything seemed okay. Got it ready. Right now I'm loading up all my tires for the various events. So these are my autocross tires. I just washed them up. They're some sort of Falcons. They don't really look right on their car. They're kind of small. But back when I was doing this, I didn't know what size tire I wanted to run on the car anyway. And back then there really weren't a whole lot of 17-inch option tires, for sticky compound for doing autocross in the sizes that I wanted, and these were on sale at Tire Rack, so I grabbed a set. One of my concerns with this and the drag tires there, which I'll get to in a second, I don't know if them sitting around for a couple years not being used, if that affects the stickiness of the tread compound. These are a 200 tread wear right there. Oh, didn't get it quite clean there. Anyway, yeah, those are for the autocross on Sunday, which there might be a chance of rain. But anyway, got these drag tires on a trade, a little cash in my pocket, and these drag tires in exchange for a little Cherokee I had sitting around here. Again, these have been sitting a couple years since the guy I got them from used them, and honestly, they don't feel all that sticky. But yeah, maybe getting out there and doing a burnout will get them all sticky again. These are going to be my burnout tires, just these old Hoosier dirt track tires. And I'm thinking about taking these along just to maybe try them on the drag strip too, because honestly I'm assuming these are dirt track tires because somebody's siped them, but these compound, just after sitting around for a couple of years, I don't know how long these things have been sitting. I got them at a swap meet, geez, probably 4 years ago, but these feel stickier than the actual drag tires. But I'll try these first. If I can find room to stash these along, I'll take them along too. And I don't know, just in case anybody's wondering why these have been sitting around, I was doing some autocross, and I duded at the did some SCCA stuff. I was actually a member, and then I would do the actual the Good Guys show in Des Moines that would come through after during the 4th of July weekend. Yeah, the past 2-3 years I wasn't able to make it to the Good Guys show. Camera around here. I wasn't actually able to make it to the Good Guys show. I had to work, kind of short-handed, and the other guys kind of beat me to asking for that weekend off. And also that was during the scamdemic, and SCCA, they jumped right into that too, requiring masks at their events. And I guess that's fine, that's their decision. But you know what, in the summer, there's plenty of other things to do that didn't require a mask, so I decided to do that stuff, and I kind of got out of the autocross and rallycross. Maybe I'll get back into it. Don't seem like I really have the time, but damn it, this weekend I'm going to go have some fun with my Mustang. Alright folks, I don't know if you can hear me in here. It is kind of noisy in this car, but I love it anyway. It's the morning of the event. It's kind of cloudy and overcast. I think there's supposed to be rain like at 8 o'clock this evening. Last I knew. Should be there a little over an hour. Alright, made it. Out in the pits. Gonna get ready to put my drag slicks on. Look at this, there's a hot blonde pulling up next to me. Hey, hey, baby cakes. How you doing? Cut the tires on. I've been waiting for this guy to shut up, but apparently he ain't gonna do it. Ain't gonna lie, I'm really nervous about this. I've never drag raced before. I guess my biggest fear is I'm gonna miss a shift. Oh, there he finally quieted down. Gonna miss a shift or do something stupid in the staging lanes, but if I do, I guess that'll be good entertainment anyway. Let's go to the tech area now, get teched in. Alright, made it through tech, no problem. And unfortunately, I ran into Brian Rowland. You might remember last summer we went around, looked at a couple friends' project vehicles, and he was one of them. And he gave me a few tips on how to read the tree here. So hopefully I won't make a total fool of myself, but they're already running now. So I better go get in line.
Good luck, is basically what it is. You got to be on the stick the whole time. When you pull up there and light bulb bolts, from that second on, you've got to be ready to leave, because you're not going to see any warning at all.
Okay.
She did great. Car hooked up pretty good. It spun a little ways, you know, so it didn't hurt itself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't have any trouble breaking them loose. I had to back out of it.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, I felt it spinning, so I backed out.
Oh, no, they'll get hot and stick right up.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try that.
Yeah. You're on the 841, not bad first pass.
I don't know what that means, because like I said,
it's a pretty good car to get down to an 8 flat.
Yeah, I like that.
Just out here having fun.
I know most people hate Mustang 2s. I like them just because they're unusual.
Yeah. You don't see them, they're all gone.
Yeah. I had a 6-cylinder 4-speed one years ago, and that was one of the most fun cars I've ever had. Because I didn't.
Couldn't break it, could you?
Yeah, it was a tough little bastard, and I didn't care either. ended up getting 9 runs in throughout the day. For some reason, I don't know, maybe I didn't have the GoPro turned on, or maybe it lost the footage, but I did not get runs 3 and 4 from inside the car. Maybe that's for the best, because in run 3 I kind of stumbled one of my shifts, and yeah, from second to third. And run 4, the car stumbled really bad, and we'll get into that a little bit later about what I think happened there, because it did happen again on my very last run of the day. But instead of footage 3 and 4, we'll show a few videos taken from the stands. So as I mentioned, in the 4th run, the car had a stumble to it, and it was almost like it was running out of fuel. I decided to go ahead and go to the pits, let it cool down, and do some thinking. And while I was there thinking, I thought, well, this is just the perfect opportunity to stick those Hoosier dirt track tires on. So that's what I did, and that's what my runs 5 and 6 consisted of. So after getting 2 runs in on the dirt track Hoosiers, it was getting close to 2 o'clock. And 2 o'clock was time for the Burnout contest. And as you know, I brought tires specifically to destroy just for that. So I headed back to the pits, jacked up the car again, and put on my Burnout tires. Let's go to the Burnout competition now, shan't we?
to cut and rip it up, man. Go for it.
they were close to giving out. I'm down to the cord. Here it all is.
We have our own.
There he is, yakking again.
Merchandise for sale. It's in the little brown building deck back there. Obviously, the Stang.
So before I pulled away there, I think there were maybe 3 or 4 cars after me. I was told I was in a 3-way tie for the lead when I pulled away.
I think there was 2 left.
Okay. And this guy, as you saw, was the last one to run, and he snatched it away from all of us. I said snatched. Well done, sir. That was a lot of fun. It's a good field this year from what I got to see from sitting in line. I know the past 2 years of videos I watched, it was kind of a little lame.
It was very, very good.
So after the Burnout contest, I went back to the pits and put my drag radials back on. I looked at the time slips, and the Hoosier dirt track tires were not any faster, but I could tell they were just a little bit squirrelier going down the track. So back to the drag radials it was, and went back to get in line. I did actually, again, like runs 3 and 4, for some reason I did not get run number 7, but on my way back to the staging lanes, I was flagged over by one of the officials putting on the show.
I'm part of the IMU staff. I want to say your car is by far my favorite one here.
Thank you.
So I'm allowed to give one of those out, but I want to give it to you.
All right.
This thing is freaking awesome to watch on the Burnout competition. I love this thing to death, man.
Thank you.
So, awesome job.
All right.
All right, get here. What you got running in there?
The 351 Windsor spin board stroke 420.
Go ahead.
Trick flow, twisted wedge. Now it's obviously just a sticker, but it apparently is some sort of a, not a People's Choice Award, but as you can see, Team Favorite Award. I don't know if this is just based on an individual thing, but the next day after the autocross, when I was getting packed up, there was another guy there that was at the show the previous day, and he said after I left that they were looking for me because I had gotten, I don't know if this is it and they didn't know that I'd already gotten it, or if there was something else that was like an official's choice award or something. I don't know, but this is all I got. It's a sticker, but it was cool to get it anyway. A little appreciation for my work and effort. So if you rewatch that last run, you can actually see towards the end of the strip my helmet and head doing this as the car cuts in and out. And I believe it's the fuel pressure is the issue there. Back when I put that fuel pump on the car, it's a Carter, and checked the fuel pressure regulator. It is at the ragged edge of what Edelbrock recommends for fuel pressure. I don't mean it's at the lower end of the scale. I mean it is right on the lower edge. And yeah, I wondered about that when I put it on there, if that might be an issue if I was ever doing a long, hard pull. And I believe that is what the issue is. What the deal was, it always would happen when I would go around and just do like 3 runs in a row. Get my time slip and just go get right back in line. And even though the fuel pump is right there on the ragged edge, I think sitting there in those staging lanes, the exhaust is kind of close to the fuel pump underneath, even though it is wrapped with heat shield tape. I think there was just enough hot air buildup underneath there that heat soaked the fuel pump and it dropped the pressure just enough that it did not want to cooperate in those circumstances. Anybody out there know of a fuel pump that'll, won't break the bank? I'm all ears. Honestly, it's not that big of a deal. The fuel pump's never been an issue before this, and I'm not a drag racer. If I were going to be doing more of it, sure. I mean, I did have fun. No doubt about it. It was more fun than I thought it would be. Am I really excited to do it again? Not really. I'll go back again next year and do it again probably, unless there's something else better going on. But so there you go. The fuel pump issue is not really that big of a deal to me, but I probably should address it anyway. Now, if you're watching the times, you'll notice my very first run, especially bizarre being a newbie, my very first run was the best I had all day. I tried various things, like I said, I tried the different tires, I tried longer burnouts, whatnot. Yeah, watching the video, I know I was kind of stayed into the rev limiter a little bit more. I didn't quite notice it when I was out there on the track editing the videos, yeah. But yeah, that's just weird that my first run was the best. I did actually try. I don't know if you heard my conversation with Brian there. On my first run, I felt the tire spinning. I backed out of the throttle to get him to grab again. And he told me to just let them spin, they'll warm up and grab. So I did that. And yeah, my last few runs, I actually tried backing out of the throttle again to try to get better times. Didn't work. I could feel my last few runs, especially when I was kind of more attentive to what was going on. Like even in second gear, I could feel those tires spinning going down the strip. But it is what it is. I don't know. It's just weird that my first run was my best. Now all those runs I did were just test and tune. The actual real, racing, eliminations and whatnot and all that was coming later on. By the time they did the exhaust contest and we walked around, I'd had enough for the day. I'd been down the strip enough times. I really wasn't that excited about it. I was tired. I had a headache going from the adrenaline and the lack of sleep. Hey, Kenny! I was just ready to call it a day. So I was packing up, and they got the drag racing started again, still doing test and tune. I don't know what time they were going to get the actual real racing started, but it wasn't long after they got it going again. It started sprinkling, and that shut the track down anyway. So, yeah, even if I'd have wanted to carry on, it would have got shut down. Now, I know earlier I said I was going to do the exhaust contest, and I knew I was going to do it, but after doing actual racing and then the burnout contest, going back and doing, just a contest revving my exhaust just seemed kind of lame at that point. So I just took the time, me and the woman went and walked around, checked out some of the show cars and some of the vendors and whatnot. And that was time better spent than out there doing the exhaust contest, I believe. And I don't know, some of those just sounded awful. Maybe it's me. I guess it's all a subjective opinion kind of a thing. But yeah, those newer cars out there with their raspy exhaust and then just constantly banging off the rev limiters, I think it just sounded awful from what I was hearing. But to each their own, I guess. Now, as I said, it was a lot of fun. There is kind of a visceral appeal to doing that. I understand why people have that much fun drag racing, but and I did have fun, but not as much as some people do. The amount of work and money they'll pour into a car just to go down the strip. I definitely would do it again under the right circumstances, but I'm not going to go out of my way to do it. You guys that do like doing that, go have fun. Good on you. All right, it is the next day. Time for the autocross. Really wanted to walk the track a couple more times, but things got frantic for me, getting registered and everything. My class runs second, so that means I'm working the track right now. So I'm going to my spot, so I will not be able to do any filming. I'll just have to set up the GoPro in my car when it's my turn. So as it turns out, my daughter's filming turned out much better in my opinion than my GoPro stuff. So let's use that instead. Here's a quick GoPro shot of one of my first 4 runs. I'm not sure which one it is. I'm pretty sure it's maybe the second or third or fourth. At one point here, yeah, you can see where I went right off course. I was so busy looking for where that hard right-hand turn comes in that I totally missed one of the course markers.
Yes.
I don't have times to post for you folks. The SCCA, this division that we're in here, which was Des Moines Valley region, I believe, they posted them up. I kind of took a glance at them. You know, I kind of figured, yeah, some of my first of the 4 runs I totally screwed up, and I did. And frankly, I don't care about the times. They could not have any times at all. I wouldn't care. I'd go out there and do that just because it's so much fun. But I think I saw one of my times was like 47 something seconds. So yeah, I was at the back of the pack, but I don't care. It's still fun. Way more fun than drag racing for me personally. I think maybe I was 5th or 6th from the last spot. But anyway, here's a shot of my GoPro, my last run. I will definitely go back again next year, provided they're, you know, having the racing. To me, that's what it's all about with a car. Those guys that do show cars, that's good for them, great, but that's not me. I want to take my car out and do stuff with it. I enjoyed the autocross much more than the drag racing, even though I had fun doing both, and the burnout. The autocross to me is just more of a challenge. As you can see, it was definitely a challenge for me. With those first set of 4 runs were just, I think I only had one good run of the 4. Definitely a well put on event, I believe. Everybody there was friendly, the staff, the other people. No problems at all. Great time. Great time. Definitely do it again. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.